Welcome back, everyone. This is Akinar here with more Baba Is You, and we're gonna jump right into the puzzles. I've got some ideas for some of the ones we were stuck on before, and let's find out whether we've got some winners. And I think we're actually gonna start here with Tectonic Movements. I think this was the one that we were stuck on last week, if I'm not... That is not correct. Hold on a second here. This is the one, Seeking Acceptance. I thought we had made more progress than we had. This is the one that we were stuck on at the end of last session. And as I thought about it later, I think we were very, very tantalizingly close. We just needed to reverse a couple things. So what I want to do here is I want to send the bird here because the phrase... No, we actually can't do... that one. We have to do... Hold on. So we need the bird to actually be here. What I want is I want the word flag to be against that right wall, rather than tile. This should be fine? Okay. I just needed to break it that way. So now, the phrase that we had made before, I think, was Lonely Baba is flag? Is that what we were doing? Or were we doing Lonely Flag is Baba? I think we were doing Lonely Flag is Baba, so which meant that we were turning into Baba when we were not on the tile. And what we really need is the exact opposite. We need, when we're not on the tile, we need to be the flag. So what we need actually is Lonely Baba is flag. We don't want it right away. But what that means is we're also going to need the complementary phrase that says, hold on, get the bird out of my way here. We're gonna need to say Lonely Baba is flag, and so I guess we'll do that with this guy. But we also need to say that flag on tile is Baba, so that when we are pushed across, we need to be a flag so that we can get pushed across the rubble. We now know the name of our rubble here. We need flag. We need to be a flag as we're going across the rubble because flag is not you and rubble is defeat. So the only question then is, how do I activate all of this? Because I sort of need the bird to push me. I sort of need the bird. Do I actually want the bird to be... I might need to push everything to the bottom here, actually. So I might... Hold on. Gotta work out the mechanics on this, but I think we've got the right idea. So I actually cannot... I don't think I can push flag to the top. I think I need to push all of this stuff to the bottom. And I need the bird to actually be... How am I gonna do this? How are we gonna do this? Lonely Baba is flag. If I'm connecting that phrase... Oh, I guess I can do it from... like this. I guess I can do it... I could do it like this. So the bird... If I do that, then I'm okay. But I can't quite do that because I need... Oh, crap. So the mechanics on this are maybe going to be a little trickier than I was expecting. Let's go ahead and divert our bird for a second. I need to say flag on tile is Baba. Flag on tile is Baba. The problem that I'm running into is I need to complete both of these phrases flag on tile is Baba, and lonely Baba is flag. And I need to do it where I leave myself somewhere where the bird can take me over here. Unless I'm completing it from this other side. Maybe that's the thing that I'm overcomplicating, is I just need to get these over here. That might be all that we need. I don't want to say, I can say that because that's fine. Okay, and now what I do is I push this down and I push flag on to the left. And then I stand up here. I wait for the bird. So we need the bird to be patrolling here. So I think I can safely do this. And then do that. And now I just need to wait for the bird to come back over here. And now... I guess I might have to wait for it to come back. How do I do this? Oh, I'm not push, am I? Baba is not push, so I can just wait for the bird to go through me. That's right. And now I do this. And now things should just work. Because I just get the bird here now. I do need to, I guess, wait a little bit. We can go like this, and now, wait. A lot of this puzzle is just waiting to get everything in the right spot. But now we should be able to get across the rubble. I actually want it to be... No, I have to do it from this side. Given that I put the bird on that particular track. It's fine. Just be a little patient. And there we go. We got there. We were just reversing the phrases. It turned out that you still had to be a little careful about the mechanics there, but that's a cool one. That's a cool one. And look at that. We have our area clear, which they're always very generous with. But it looks like we might not have too many more puzzles here to actually get a complete area. So that is exciting. Great, so let's go ahead and just keep going here with another one that we were stuck on, Solitude. This one I really was not close, I don't think, because the key idea was just really escaping me. And that happens with a lot of puzzles. You feel so, what the hell am I even supposed to do? But I was stuck on the fact, I was very confused about this skull. I really did not understand how this skull is supposed to come into play, because skull is defeat. Why is this even here? I can't get around it, right? Well, I don't think we have to get around it, because what they want us to actually do, I think, is this. Let's first make the key push. Let's make the key push, and we're going to put the key right here. And then we're going to go back and make the rock push. And we're also going to put the rock here. And we had sort of been exploring this line, or we were looking into this scenario here and trying to think, how does lonely help us? How exactly does the lonely keyword help? Because it should in some way allow us to make the rock, obviously right now the rock is not lonely. If we could somehow make the phrase lonely rock is push, and then disable it, that might be a way for us to pass by the rock and get on the other side. But I didn't see any way to do that because I was ignoring why we have this skull here. And that, I think, is what we're meant to do, is just make the phrase lonely rock is push in this spot. And once we do that, now we can pass by. And now we can disable it. And now rock is push. And at first, as I was thinking about this, I thought maybe we're still stuck here because we can't actually get access to rock is push. But we don't need to, because they've been very kind to give us box is push. So we just need key to be open in order to give us the flag. I also was not expecting the flag to be directly on top of us, but apparently that's how the mechanics of that work. So I will take it. Feels good to get a couple nice, well, easy wins today. Fresh brain OP, as I like to say. Do I want to look at this one again? I don't think I have an idea yet about Floatiest platforms, so we're not going to go to that one just yet. However, I think we will take a look at this new puzzle that we almost took a look at here, Tectonic Movements. Let's actually look at it this time and see what we have. It looks like we got a lot more rubble. More rubble. Tectonic Movements. Tectonic Movements. Rubble on Baba is dust. Lonely dust is lava. Lava is defeat. Okay. That's fun. That's fun. So they're giving us the ability to traverse this unstable bed of potential lava. They're giving us also pillar is push. Pillar is push. Okay. Tree is sink as well. And cliff is stop. Text is float. So we need to be able to do two things. We need to be able to say that flag is win. So we need to be able to get to flag is win. But the problem, obviously, is if we go to do this, just like that, there's lava. So instead, what do? They're giving us access to pillar is push, which suggests that they want us to be able to disable this at certain times. So could we use the pillars to perhaps make a safe spot? I think that's exactly what we're meant to do. Maybe not quite in this way. Because in order to get back to here, now let's say we disable pillar as push, although, it feels like they want us to use the pillars as safe spots, but we also need a pillar to sink one of the trees at the end. So we need to be strategically disabling and then re-enabling pillar is push. Because we only have a limited amount of entrances and exits. So what is the order here? This is all a mechanics puzzle, it seems. The key here is really all about how you're going to maneuver things. There doesn't seem to be some massive key insight, at least at first glance. Something new that we've not dealt with before. So what is the best way to do this? They're giving us 4 entrances into this bed of rubble. What you could do is you could just put these out here. The question is, when do you disable pillar as push? Oh, maybe that's what you do. Maybe you... Maybe you're supposed to do something like this? No, but pillar is push right now. So... is this the one we're supposed to go? I'm trying to decide where my safe points are going to be. So let's say I do this. Now... now let's say I disable this. The thing is, I have not left myself any space to get out. So if I go here, not even space, well, yeah, no space to get out, if that's even possible. So the safe spot... Start over. I like starting like this, I think, for now. It would be nice if I could push... if I could push this one... because you kind of have to push one into position at the flag is win, and then come back. Unless... I was going to say come back to disable this phrase, but we could theoretically push the phrase out into the lava somewhere, right? That is a thing you could do. Is it better to do it that way? The initial line that I'm trying here... like, we only have so many entrances and exits that they're allowing us. And, like, I could keep exploring them, right? There's a lot of them to explore, so maybe I'm supposed to enter here. Maybe we're supposed to do, like, this sort of a thing. Put this here. So I can... but this is kind of roping off one of my exits. Unless I do... what if I do things a little bit... that's the other thing here is... maybe I could do it like... but then how do I get around to push it to the right spot? I kind of need it to be here, don't I? Is that true? Do I need, in order to activate flag is win, I can't just go like this or I'm trapped. So I have to leave a pillar here, don't I? That feels like step one. But maybe we should be focusing on the other problem first. It feels like we've got two problems and we have to get them to work together. One is getting to flag is win. One is just getting to activate this phrase. The other part is actually getting to sync one of these. Now, obviously, those problems individually are trivial. But that's why it's a puzzle, because you got to put them both together. So how can we make both of those things happen while... how can we make both of those things happen? I've been starting by doing... yeah, so maybe that is maybe the goal to focus on, actually, is trying to get to flag is win, and then back to disable pillar as push. Because that sort of feels like a requirement. It feels like you need to be able to do this. But of course we've tried this kind of thing already, right? Unless I should not have reset there. That was a bit of an instinctive reset. I did also try this, right? But if I'm not deactivating pillar is push... Yeah, that's why I'm thinking that you have to do something like this. I mean, we could try the other one. Let's try the other one and see how it feels. Let's try this opening here. So we can go... One thing we could do, like we did say, we could utilize these words, right? Now, I don't know that it's good for this to be, for the word to be on top of the other. Maybe it's okay, but it's probably not. But how else do I can't push the words up against the wall here. I guess I would have pushed the pillar one square further. So I would have put it out here. So now I'm getting the pillar in a position where I could just... What am I doing? So let's say I go from here. See, I still need to be able to deactivate. I still need to be able to deactivate pillar as push, right? But I also need to be able to reactivate it. And if I push it back out here, I'm kind of trapped, actually. So I can't quite do that. This doesn't... What if I go from here? This can't be right either, because now I can't make pillars push again. It definitely doesn't feel great to have pillar as push anywhere over the bed of lava. There might be some creative way that you can use it. Maybe it is part of the solution in some way, but it seems very dicey to do so. Because you have so little space to work with that trying to maneuver, it's actually a complex... You cover a lot of ground when you are pushing text around. And we just don't have that space to work with here. So, if that's not the solution, let's go back to something a little bit more like what we started with, I think. Let's explore again. I don't think we quite started with this one, but it feels like it might be very much the same. But let's try it again. These could all be sort of the naive solutions that you're meant to attempt first, and they just don't get you anywhere. Now that's interesting that that thing became dust. It's kind of interesting. It doesn't really matter yet. I still really need this to happen though, don't I? I need this thing to happen, but this is where we're getting into trouble immediately, because now maybe I'm not supposed to bring that in. Maybe this is actually supposed to be... Maybe I should have just reset, but whatever. Maybe this is actually supposed to be... You start them both up here? Now we say pillar is not push. No, we still need pillar is push. Can't do that yet. They have offset this by 1. I don't know. Oh gosh. Yeah, just getting this over here to be able to push it down. It's not a trivial task, right? Because you have to take so many extra steps in order to push that one column to the right. This one's tough. Yeah, like I'm using up all my space doing this. What if I push this one? It's gonna have the same problem, right? Maybe not quite the same problem. That sort of feels a little smoother, but at the same time, I've also just cut off the board. Unless I go back up here. So that at least now leaves me a space, theoretically, where I could traverse. And this would allow me to do what I want with this, and then get to this. But how do I bring a pillar along with me? Is this where... Could I conceive of a world where... Because I can't push a pillar along here, it's gonna get stuck in the corner. So... Is this where I could use... Maybe now is where I could use... Pillar is push? Gonna need to be a little funky here. But let's say I do this. And now we do what we tried to do before. But the same problem is still in play. Like I've put that pillar in a spot where I could actually push it to the finish line, I think. However, that pillar is pushed now and I'm trapped. This feels kind of close, but also very far. What do we do? If I am at this stage, if something like this is part of a solution, then you have to disable pillar is push to enable flag is win. But then you have to re-enable pillar is push. And that's what's eluding me. I could be completely off base, but it feels like these pillars are here to give you a safe zone. You are supposed to use the pillars to your advantage. But you only have 2 of them. Unless this is not where we're supposed to be, unless we're supposed to be doing... The problem is, in order to get to flag is win, you have to push a pillar into that position, don't you? Otherwise, you're not getting out. Text is float. And they're doing text is float just specifically so you can't use it to sink the trees, right? Otherwise, I don't think there's anything, there's nothing that is super... All the rules make sense. It seems very clear what you're meant... Well... They're not trying to trick you. It doesn't feel like they're trying to trick you. Could be wrong. There's nothing tricky or subtle about the rules. From what I can tell, this is all just... You gotta do the right steps. I might need to be really type A about this puzzle and be so systematic about, okay, I'm gonna try pushing this pillar in from this entrance and then exiting here. That does feel very good. It feels very minimalistic, but I also think that's... We can rule that one out. I think we can rule that one out because unless there is a different way, I guess I could do this. Maybe this is the way. No, but then I'm trapped still. So, how do you... If you go like this, you're trapped. So I think we can actually rule that one out. And that might be what we have to do with this puzzle, is be very systematic about where we're starting, you know? So if we do this, though, if we do this, do we end up with the same problem? We kind of end up with the same problem. Unless I come back this way. As I'm coming back this way, is there something I could be doing? Like... It feels like it would be really complicated, but there is a possibility I'm supposed to be doing something while I'm making a return trip here. Breaking pillar is push or something. But for now, let's log that away and assume that we're not doing something there, even though it could be a thing we're supposed to do. So eventually, our world looks like we deactivate pillar as push, we come in through this way, and we go down to flag as win. So for now then... Or we just do that. And to think I was gonna give up on that dang puzzle. Get is good. Or something. Something like that. It was a wrinkle on what we had done. We just needed to be a little more efficient. No, we'll walk through it again here so we can... It was just a little... It was a problem of efficiency. So I just needed to think a little bit more about what is my exit strategy from flag is win. And it occurred to me, okay, I don't think I've actually tried doing That was not it. That was not it. I think I actually did this one. Because we just... No, did I do this one? I did not do this one. I'm screwing up here. Hold on. Hold on. I already forgot what I did. We came like this. Yeah, we did this. Right, because it occurred to me that, oh, it actually feels pretty natural to do this. It just I almost sort of intuited the solution here, honestly. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes my brain gets into, that felt like a minimal amount of steps. So that feels good. Let me explore this. And I also, as I was doing that, realized that I now have, if I wanted to, I can actually, I had been sort of stuck on entering into the Flag is Wind from this direction as like a one-time thing. But if we do it the other way, if we give ourselves, no, I can't do that yet. I need this guy because this is my safe passage here. Because I can do this. And now, again, I'm taking a pretty efficient path. I'm leaving myself a lot of room here, and I'm giving myself an exit. So this path, it finally occurred to me that this path here on the bottom right is meant to be for this intermediate stage. It's not like a final exit strategy. And then once you get to this point, now you have all the room in the world that you need to push this other pillar to the right spot. All about mechanics. And I was very close to giving up, but managed to fall into the right line there. All right, so that feels great. And honestly, I think we now have literally one puzzle left on this. Whoa, I just got an achievement. I just got an achievement that said Baba is all. What is that about? Steam? Would you care to explain yourself? I'm gonna actually check my Steam here. Hold on. I wanna see what is my achievement. What did I get? Baba is all. Complete the world map. That is cool. Something tells me that we're not even close to done with this game, but that's cool. We got the complete the world map achievement. I guess it's because we're counting gangster achievement. I guess it's because we're counting this area here, mountaintop, as clear as opposed to complete. But we're tantalizingly close. We are, oh, that is cool. Look at that. So now our exits back into the world map have little flowers on them. That is so cool. I think I understand the logic of that because we also got a daisy for each of these sub areas. But I guess it's the game also looks at this as a sub area to each of these, right? Each of these maps has a sub area that is the world map. Baba logic is a little funky, but I think that's what it's trying to tell me. But if we can get one more, gosh, part of me almost wants to look at this, but I'm very scared of it as well. And I don't know that we would be able to make the progress that we need to today. We'll see. If I'm feeling it, maybe we should tackle it now. Let's give one look at this, even though I don't have really a good idea what to do. The temptation of getting the very last puzzle in this first section of the game is too tough to resist. So let's at least take a look at this puzzle. I did look a little bit at this puzzle since last time just to see if there was any spark, any new epiphany, but no such luck. The thing that was stopping us before, from what I remember at least, what was stopping us was this fact that we really can't introduce an offset into our Babas. And that really is problematic because, unlike the last puzzle, the puzzle before this, we were able to solve because key and door were both push. So all we had to do was create a bridge. We just had to create a bridge that allowed us to... We also had to be a little particular about how we did our raucous push. I don't remember exactly how we solved it here, but the upshot is... I guess I can do this vertically, huh? The upshot was that we could make a bridge that allowed us to get to this side, and then what did we do? we somehow pushed, right, I think what I did is I had the door here, or maybe it didn't matter where I had the door, but I was able to get the key lined up and then use the words to push it over to the other side, something along those lines. Now I'm resolving a puzzle I've already done. But I am curious how I did it. How the heck did I do this thing? Needless to say, I'm not going to go through the rest of the solution, even though it is kind of gnawing at me now. But you're able, I think, to push the key across using the words raucous push. And that works because we were able to push the door up into this 5x5 set of tiles in the upper left. In the other puzzle, we can't do that. In the extra puzzle, you are forced to work with just key as push. And that changes things significantly. Because we can go down and we can pick up the key. That part is not too... Well, it is a little complicated because I do need, in order to make that work the way that I'd like, I do need to... This puzzle is just finicky no matter how you... God damn it. I just don't want to put raucous push in a place where I can't actually use it anymore. Or at least use it fully. I'm still running into, why is this so complicated? God damn it. I'm still running into the same damn problem. The same damn problem. There we go. Now, I can get the key to this spot, but then what? Now, the idea had occurred to me, I guess I will say the one idea that had occurred to me was, what if, similar to the previous puzzle, what if we're supposed to push the key across? What if we're supposed to use the words like we did before? I guess we can't put them in quite this arrangement because we don't want the rocks to be push, but we need to do something like this, maybe? Maybe I can't bring them all at once? So I can do this, but I still am going to run into issues. I actually made the phrase. I didn't really intend to do that. But the issue here is, how do I get this key off of the wall? I could be overlooking something very obvious, but if I try to push the key one more time, I lose both of my babas. If I could introduce an offset, as we were trying to think about how to do last week, we could figure it out, I think. The offset would probably get there, help us get there. Or not, maybe that's a red herring. But it does feel very limiting that once we have made our rock bridge, the rocks are stuck. I think once we've made the rock bridge, the rocks are stuck. So you can either make a rock bridge like this, what other way would you make a rock bridge? If you make it across here, then you can't get to the door, right? I'm gonna reset. We could make... If you make the rock bridge here... then I can't get the key, right? If I do it like this, I can't get the damn key. All it does is... there's no hidden tiles here, right? We're not playing a game of find the hidden text or hidden tiles, are we? That's when you know that you're really stuck on a puzzle, is when your brain starts going to this sort of stuff. Dead. 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 Like, I can get the key. I can get the key. Actually, I don't want it to be on that side, do I? This is kind of following the path that we did for the first puzzle. And we can get the key to this side here, but then I can't quite do anything else with it, right? If I wanted to put rock is push here, that would theoretically allow me to introduce an offset, but it would be at the cost of, well, not necessarily. It wouldn't necessarily be at the cost of this Baba, but I would have to build the rock bridge across this way. And then I don't think I can get access to the key. What am I trying to do here? I think I had an idea that I wanted to explore, but I need to figure out how to do it. Keep running into this problem with this phrase being in the wrong spot. God damn. Okay. So you have the same... Hmm? Yeah, we're just... I'm trying to say... I wanted to say rock is flag. I don't think that's gonna happen. There might be a world, though, where I can say rock is key. Maybe not. That key is open is certainly close. If I did say that rock is key... we're still not quite there, are we? There's some alternate lines here, but they feel just out of reach. You think you have an idea, SK, but you're not sure how the game handles it logically? I'm interested to hear what your idea is, but hold on to it for now. Yeah, I think this is one we're just gonna mull over a little longer. There are some lines maybe worth exploring there that could potentially be a solution, but I don't think I'm quite seeing it at the moment. So we'll have to wait on the 100% completion, at least, of this part of the map. That will have to wait until later. However, there are still potentially more things to do. Although we are starting to get down to where there's really not too much left that we can access. Perhaps there is more that we are going to unlock. I have to suspect there's going to be, given the fact that there are so many keywords outside of this place. But this was one that we were kind of stuck on last time. We made a little bit of progress. VIP area. We had managed to get to a stage... where we had broken Kiki's stop. Kiki's stop, we were able to break it apart using the boulders here. I keep calling them boulders, the rocks. Need to stretch these out. But we can get into a spot here where either this way or this way you can break Kiki's stop. The problem that this runs into is if we want to go anywhere further down while we're controlling not Baba Is You, the flag can get destroyed now that Kiki is no longer stop. So we might need to... I guess one thing that we hadn't explored too much is the fact that the game does allow me to reposition the Baba Is You. I do have an extra is, and I have access to 2 rocks, so I can position Baba Is You on a different horizontal axis. I'm not exactly sure how that helps us at the moment. Like if we could somehow, if we could generate the phrase "not Kiki is you," that might be pretty good. It might still not be enough, because ultimately what we wanted to do is we wanted to transform Kiki, I think. Is that the only way that we can win? Is the only way to win transforming Kiki? Right now it feels that way. And if we were wanting to transform Kiki, then we have to get the word, the text Kiki, not just disconnected from Kiki is stop, but also I think we have to position it the only other thing we could transform Kiki into would be Baba, right? Is there some way that we could say, could we create the phrase Kiki is Baba is you on this line here? How would that look? Kiki is Baba is you. The problem is I don't think I can get Baba is you in here. Can I? Maybe I could if I sacrifice. If we're able to break this Kiki is stop. I don't think, though, I could do that. I'm still kind of stuck with this Kiki here. Is there a place that we can reposition Baba is you on a different line? Have I explored at all the idea of like we could I guess there's a world where we could make this, hold on, do this. Let's say I did this. I don't know if I've actually tried this before. I might have tried it already. But I don't think this helps us. Also, Kiki is stop. So if we made Kiki not stop and then we made the phrase flag is Baba is you, yeah, that sort of doesn't help us. I'm sort of, I get on this sometimes where I just try to think of things that I haven't done, but I'm not necessarily thinking through how helpful that is or how relevant it is. And clearly transforming the flag does not help us because we need flag to be win, correct? I don't think there's any other win condition we can have. And we would not be able to transform anything into the flag. So we have to preserve this flag. So this is not the correct line. It is very interesting, though, that we can move around Baba is you. You could transform Baba into Kiki, but I don't think that's helpful. Baba, Kiki is Baba is you. That would be a great phrase to make. Let's at least explore it a little bit and see if there is a way. Is there some way to do this? We'll start by putting this on this line. I don't think it can work. Like, you can't, even if you could position Baba is you one line down, how do you push it to the right? You can't. We need to get that Kiki out of there. Now, does positioning this lower, does positioning this down here give me a way to do what I've previously not been able to? Part of the problem that we've run into is I want to get a rock here in this little cubby hole. But I have not been able to find a way to do that after making Kiki is not stop. Maybe that's what we should be focused on here. Maybe we just missed exactly how to do that last time. If I go like this, if I go like this and I go like this. I'm sort of stuck at that point. If I go like this, I don't think from either of these positions, I don't think that there is a way to get one of the rocks down into that cubby hole. Correct? At least not without killing the flag. Because I can go like this, but then I try to go like this, flag is dead. Same thing the other way. Go like this. The flag, not just the flag is dead, but also that other rock is dead. Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. Never mind. Never mind. Now what we need to do... Okay. Let's... We might have this. We might have this. Because now the positioning... The positioning of Baba Is You, or the ability to reposition it, now makes sense. Now I'm starting to see the relevance, because if we put it on this line... Not this line. No, we have to put it on this line. I should have taken a snapshot of where we were. Let me look at this one more time. Look at this one more time here. We get into this position. We go like this, and we go like this. So now we can move up one of the rocks, and the other one does not move up. So now the rock on the left is positioned in a way that even if I move one more square up, I can still be able to get it down into the cubbyhole without killing the flag. Now what I need... This is why I needed that phrase one step down, but I can't really put it one step down. Shit. How do I now break... I need to transfer control back to Baba. But how do I do that without killing my flag? Right now... Oh, is it as simple as... Am I just being a bit of a dingus? That is... I'm gonna have to reposition that. But if I just go like this... Now we're okay? Do I need the knot anymore? I still need the knot. And I need that is. I think the is what I need to put in position here in order to push Kiki. The word Kiki. So, I'm gonna restart. I think it's quicker to restart. Let's just leave this word is. Well, we need the is to reposition Baba. Do we? Are we repositioning Baba? We're not repositioning Baba, right? We're actually just putting this word is over here, and we're saying like this. Okay. We're gonna need to maybe do this one more time. But the way they've set up the puzzle allows us to do this. We could maybe even do it all the way to get all the words out. We might just be able to get them all free. But I don't think we have to get them all free. Do we even need any more than this? This is all we need, right? Because now we just do this. And I have to go a little bit of a roundabout way, but it's okay. Because... out of here with your VIP nonsense. Yes. Oh my god, this game is amazing. This game is amazing. VIP area, goddamn. That one was more that was there's been quite a few puzzles that have taken 2 sessions, but there's only been a handful so far that have been beyond that. And that was a 3-session one, but we got there. Hell yes. Let's keep it going then. Let's check out the one that's been locked. I haven't even been able to take a look at it until this moment. Tense atmosphere. The atmosphere on that last puzzle was pretty tense. Is it possible we could ratchet it up even more? Tense atmosphere. What do we have? Wall and rock is stop. Rock is not push. Rock is not push. Obviously, we could change that. Wall is also sink and stop. Making rock push doesn't seem to help. All right. And then skull is defeat. Skull is defeat. Flag is win. What are we even trying to do here? First step is, what are we even trying to do? They have specifically also said wall is not push. So we can't just say wall is push. That's a no-go. Rock. They are saying that, or they're not saying that text is float. So we could make rock is sink. And then use one of the words to get rid of the rock. I'm just not sure which one we would use. Maybe the wall. We are allowed to transform the wall. Correct? As in, we're not... there's no phrase that says wall is wall. But I don't think that we can actually assign anything to wall. Or assign wall to anything. We only have the ability to say, like, wall is wall. Have we ever done this before? I don't know if I've ever made this phrase, so my curiosity wants to know. I guess it makes sense. If you say something is not something, I'm just mildly surprised that the game has never let us say this before. I sometimes have a little bit of a goldfish memory, and we have played this puzzle over many, many sessions. We have played this game over many, many sessions. So maybe there was a scenario where I could have said something like this, and it just never occurred to me. Well, now that we have that out of the way, that feels... things feel very simple now? Maybe not. Maybe they're not quite simple because, yes, I could say that flag is push. I could say flag is push and then push the flag out from the skulls, but then I can't actually be on the flag. Can I say that? I can't really say that anything else is win, can I? So the flag has to be the win, and Baba has to be you. Okay, so what are we doing here? We can't transform the skull, but we can probably do something like... We can do something like this. Easy game. Huh. Wall is not wall. I really am going to be curious. I don't know that I'm going to go back through every single puzzle, but I might try to find some of the puzzles that we had not. Because not is, at least so far from what we've seen, I think the most powerful modifier that you've got. It feels like the most OP of all the Baba tools, because if you can try enough things, you're going to break the game eventually. Or at least break it from the standpoint of all the inherent assumptions of what you thought the game could potentially do up to then. That was a very fun puzzle. Those are the there's so many great puzzles in this game, but I especially love the ones that just completely shatter your expectations of how things should work. Or giving you something that you've just never been able to try. Okay, is it possible that we could... We're on a roll here with now with these puzzles on this level. Is it possible that we could complete our Daisy Island? Tag team. Tag team. I still don't see a level keyword. That is something to note. At some point here, hopefully once we've completed tag team and whatever comes after, I am going to be going back to, I think, this level. Because there is a meta puzzle to solve here that involves the level keyword. And I solved this puzzle. I got the flower, the dandelion, but I have not yet figured out what to do with level, or if we can do anything with level, because there is another word here, or another puzzle here, that also contains level. So we're gonna, once I have ruled out, I wanted to see, once we did 10 and 11, do those have level or not? And then once we know, we can focus our efforts to try to see, we need to turn one of these levels into Baba at the very least to get Baba is you. And that might be enough because we have a rock to make rock is push, to make the water sink, and then we can get to the question mark. So we probably just need that, but let's try to do tag team and whatever comes after and see if one of those has level, or if it doesn't. This one does not. So we're down to one last possibility. So we focus on puzzle for now, and then we worry about meta puzzle. Rock on flag is win. That doesn't work. Why that no work? It doesn't work because Baba is stop. Baba is you, Baba is stop. Okay. Haha, Baba's not stop. Stop me now, game. Baba's also hot, and rock is melt. Okay, game. I see you. Specifically, at the moment, skull is not stop. Ruined. How could you, Baba? All right, wall is wall, skull is skull. No transformations allowed. At least not of those. Wall and skull are stop. Skull is hot. They have a skull specifically protecting the left flank of Baba Is You, because they don't want us to transform what? The skull? But they already stopped us from doing that, right? Why put a skull, which is hot? The skull is hot. The skull doesn't actually stop us from going here. Why is that a thing? They're giving us access to the skull, and they're giving us access to Baba. So one of the tricks that I am remembering, one of the tricks that we had, which we can't do here though, one of the tricks that I was thinking of for a second was this ability to transform things from time step to time step, where you could say skull is Baba, but also Baba is skull. And then Baba would simply change back and forth from skull to Baba to skull to Baba, except skull is skull. So we can't do any of that nonsense. I don't think. Now, we could do something like we did before, maybe, where we said Baba, we said wall is not wall. We could say Baba is not Baba. Is that what we want to do? Is it as simple as saying... No, because we can't say that the skull is you. We can't transfer control of you to the skull. We can only be either rock is you, but that might still be okay. Is there any reason why we couldn't say... The reason why... The reason why we can't say... Baba is not Baba is because we need the not. And right now, skull is stop. As soon as we move this not keyword out of here, the skull, that is why this is protecting the left flank, I think. So we can't use the fancy trick that we just used to destroy the walls, because if we could destroy Baba after we've transferred control here, we're good to go, right? So what do we do? Could we do something? What do we want to do? We have a not. We have a not, and I have said that this might be the most powerful keyword in the game. How do we use it? Not skull. We don't want to say not skull is Baba, because all that does is transform our rock into Baba, and we lose our win con. Rock on flag is the win. Oh, I guess it would also transform the flag. So we lose both pieces of that collaborative win. If we say not Baba, that's, again, that's the same thing, right? Skull is not stop. We've also tried, I think, making the phrase skull or something is not something else, but this is really not useful. All it does is provide a rule that overrides another one that would say skull is Baba. So that is not helpful, I think. How do we do this? How do we do this? Right now with this puzzle, I am at a complete loss as to where to even begin, which often happens. Lots of puzzles where you're just in trying to digest what the puzzle is wanting you to aim for. And before you can do that, you're feeling kind of like, what? The skull is hot. Both Baba and the skull are hot. Why is that? Is that because... Why is that the case? We're not allowed to transform either the wall or the skull. But we have access to a knot. If I could say that Baba is not Baba, that could be pretty good. But I don't think I can do that because this skull is stop and I don't know that I can get it out of the way. I can say it's not stop, but that doesn't allow me to get this not keyword right here, which is where I would like it to be. Is that the crux of the puzzle? Is that what we're aiming for? If so, is there some clever sequencing here that I haven't noticed yet? Oh, maybe there is. Maybe that's the clever sequencing, is just to position all this vertically. Can I do that? Let's get... This is all going to be over here, so let's get this out of the way. And then, can I just go like this? Does the order of operations allow me to do that? Boom. Out of my game, Baba. In that case, Baba was the obstacle. We had to get Baba out of there, and we did. You just gotta relax the brain for a second, rethink things, find the different line. All right, we're down to our last numbered level here on the question mark, question mark, question mark. Let's take a look at security check. Whoa. I've seen this puzzle before. Wait a second. This is kind of a fun new twist on things because this is the first time, I think, where we haven't had... Normally, I would expect this kind of a puzzle to be an extra that gets unlocked by this guy, right? VIP area is clearly the variation on this puzzle that we're looking at now, but it's not an extra. I feel like that's the first time they've done that. But once again, we've got an exclusive area that we're trying to infiltrate. What sort of twist have they put on this time? Okay, so they are giving us 2 knots. We have access to 2 knots, which also can be very fun. I remember, I think, one puzzle in particular when they were first introducing knot, where they gave us 2 knots, and you were specifically supposed to make the phrase, rock is not push, which, as you would expect, turns out to make rock is push. Are we doing something similar here? Let's find out. Let's play along with what I'm assuming they want us to do, because things look very similar. There is one very big difference, though. The one very big difference here is that we no longer have the little cubby hole. We don't have the cubby hole that we did before. And so, transforming Kiki, if possible, is going to take a different... It's going to have to be done a different way. I started to focus in on... My brain starts chasing the laser pointer as I see it. And the laser pointer that I was seeing was, okay, what happens if we do not Kiki is stop? Well, Kiki is no longer stop. Not Kiki is stop. So rock is stop. Baba is stop. flag is stop. I mean, I presume that we could do a similar trick that we did before, where we were breaking this phrase. Maybe we do it this way. We were breaking this phrase like this. But now what do we do? Assuming that this is the start. This could be a dead end. I don't know. Can we transform Kiki like we did before? Can we rule that out? If I was going to transform Kiki, Kiki is no longer stop. So I might need to do things a little differently here, but I have an idea and I want to see if it's going to play out the way that I want it. So before we break Kiki is stop, let's do this. Let's move this phrase up here. We're using the trick. This is the trick they're teaching us. It's been a little while since they've taught us a new trick, but now they are giving us a new one and they're saying, here's all the ways you can use it. Learn this trick. This one trick that Kiki absolutely hates. Walls hate it too, for that matter. That was a much easier security check than the VIP area, but we're learning lessons. We're learning lessons. We're building them on top of another. Just in case, I maybe should have explained that one a little bit more, but I think we all got the picture there. We're just doing like we did before, where we said wall is not wall. I'm just saying it a little differently. So I'm saying not Baba is the first thing. So any object that's not Baba, that includes Kiki. So if I can say Kiki is not Kiki, bye-bye Kiki. And that's what we did. Feels okay. So I think that is where we are going to wrap up our puzzles for today. If I had a little more time, we would dive in to try to figure out, I think, the next step in the chain. Now that we've seen the totality of the 12 puzzles on this board, and I think the only two that have the level keyword are this one and level 12. And that is what we will be working on next time. There is also, I think, one more level in here. So we might work on this one first. We were stuck on that one before. So we've got a couple that we're still stuck on, but the next course of action is to work on this meta puzzle and see what is up with that question mark. But that will be next time for the puzzles. Thank you very much for joining me, and I hope to see you in the next one.